New reporting from USA Today and confirmed by our own NBC's Garrett Haake, Trump to sign an order to eliminate the Department of Education. The White House confirms, according to Garrett Hake's reporting, that the president is set to sign an executive order on Thursday directing the Secretary of Education to, quote, take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Department of Education and return education authority to the states. Here's the sweet part. While continuing to ensure the effective and uninterrupted delivery of services, programs, and benefits on which Americans rely. Well, if the department goes away, who's delivering those services, benefits, and programs?
Morning, guys. Good morning. Now, in the news of about a few hours ago, I don't want to believe this myself, but yeah, it is happening. In America now, everything is just upside down. If you thought your country was chaotic, please try America these days. And I don't want to lie, the fact that it is Trump that is causing this chaos, somehow I am happy because I know that Americans will deal with this problem for us as South Africans. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news. When it is trending enough to be brought here, please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of this beautiful country. I don't want to waste your time. I want to share a video clip with you, and I'll be back with my closing commentary at the end.
So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on right now. I recognize this is a fast-moving news environment. USA Today is reporting this evening that Trump's going to issue an executive order tomorrow to shut down the U.S. Department of Education, something that roughly 2/3 of the American public is opposed to. Trump's Attorney General, Pam Bondi, went on TV tonight and threatened 3 different federal judges by name. Another federal judge today blocked the Trump administration's efforts to force trans women into men's federal prisons. Another federal judge blocked them from unilaterally killing off money that Congress had appropriated for teacher training. In the insane case where Trump took 3 plane loads of people and shipped them to El Salvador with 0 processing at all, just grabbed them off the street, forced them onto a plane, and shipped them to a prison in another country without any hearing or legal determination at all. Now the Trump administration has been forced to admit that, quote, many of the people they did that to had no criminal record whatsoever. But nevertheless, they're in prison now, indefinitely in a foreign country, and we're not even allowed to know their names. We're not even allowed to know if any of them are, I don't know, U.S. citizens? There's a lot going on, and a lot of it is very hard fought and full of drama. But as much as we are watching all of those stories, those kinds of stories every day, we are also trying to keep our eyes on the sort of shadow stories in the boring corners. Because for now, that is where they are trying to seize truly breathtaking authoritarian power. Not in the future, but right now. And the courts, for now, are kind of, sort of, barely stopping it. For now.
And Scott. Trump has threatened to close the Department of Education, or DOE, once he is back in office. Wow. So what does that mean exactly? Here we go. The DOE was created in 1979 by Jimmy Carter's administration for fostering educational excellence and ensuring equal access. The DOE ensures special education and related services for children with disabilities. It provides federal financial assistance to maintain 504 plans in schools that ensure students have equal access to educational opportunities and the support they need. The DOE funds vocational rehabilitation programs to help people with disabilities gain independence. The DOE provides funds for federal Pell Grants for undergraduate students experiencing financial need. The DOE enforces anti-discrimination laws in educational facilities. The DOE funds Title I of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, which provides assistance to schools all over the country with low-income students. What does it mean when Trump promises to dismantle the Department of Education? It means all of those things that I just mentioned are threatened. I bet you have benefited from at least one of those. The Institute for Common Power, Education to Action.
Tricking so many Americans into believing that getting rid of the Department of Education is a good thing has got to be one of the most heinous crimes against Americans. The marginal dollars that you think you're gonna save, which, by the way, you're not. What a joke. They fucking played you so hard. Education, access to education, access to resources that enable education is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. To strip that away from people, it's disgusting. I'm smiling, but it's not funny, and I actually genuinely feel bad for those people. This is not one of those, like, dancing on your grave kind of things. No, I feel so bad for you.
Breaking news, as per USA Today, Donald Trump will be signing an executive order Thursday that will be completely getting rid of the Department of Education.
Quick little heads up, everybody. Tomorrow, it is expected that Donald Trump will sign an executive order that is going to be unconstitutional. He is going to direct the Secretary of Education to take every step necessary and allowable under the law to dismantle the Department of Education. That is unconstitutional. Neither the President nor the Secretary of Education can dismantle the Department of Education. That is a department that was created by Congress, and therefore, if it is going to be dissolved, must be done so by Congress. Quick little theory I have about all these executive orders, though. If he doesn't know, his advisors certainly know that these are unconstitutional. They know that this order will be challenged almost immediately, and probably a court will issue an injunction of some kind, if not multiple courts, like has been happening frequently with executive orders and actions taken by the Trump administration. That may very well be the goal. He may be trying to get as many injunctions issued against him by federal judges so as to incite his base into a frenzy and agree with him when he says we should get rid of all these judges. What do you guys think? I don't know. I think if the ruling about the Alien Enemies Act from the judge is any sort of barometer, and judging by the reaction of the MAGA base after the White House press secretary ran with the story of we should impeach this judge, seems plausible to me. What do you think?
And the king of executive orders about to shut down the Department of Education in America. Can you ever? But my chat is, this is the same man that has faced several impeachments in that America and was finally impeached. And it is the same Americans that brought him back through their voice into the White House. The same guy that they were dissatisfied with. Now that he is there, he's causing the same chaos that he was removed for. Oh, guys. Hey, you know when they say trust them, when they first show you the signs, trust those first signs. But what I'm saying is, this is the guy that is giving us as South Africa so much headache, him and his cronies, and other parts of the world too. But most importantly, he's giving Americans a headache. Our country is a mess. We have crime, we have corruption, we have all this mess. But at this moment, when you look at that state capture that is being led by Elon Musk, hey, you see that even them, Trump and his cronies, and I should mention Elon Musk, they are not our problem. They are no longer our problem. Americans will deal with them for us. They cannot take that chaos for long. I'm telling you right now, I've seen some of the Republicans that voted for Trump coming out to say, look, I'm a Republican, but I don't want Trump. I don't want this. This is not the America that I voted for. I don't want this man. He has to go. There's a whole impeachment process that is being organized by some Americans who don't like what this administration is doing. So what I'm saying is, have you seen America? Yeah, guys, Ali Chodeling and about that America. You're looking at the chaos. You're like, oh my goodness, is this the America? And if this is the America, I don't want it. I know there's no way. There is no way. If guys you watched up to here, thank you for watching my videos. This is South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here.